Hello TV viewers, receive a warm welcome to your weekly program My Providence. So I recommend you to relax your mind, stop do what you was doing and experience the great landscapes and people of camp.
Yeah, just feel the Caribbean breeze and check out all the coconut trees. How them dancing, how them shaking with the music, with the music. Yeah, My Providence, original style.
Camp is a small and little isolated settlement ubicated between Old Town and Lazy Hill. You may pass by and ignore that people live in this section because of its vegetation. Well, it's not much the houses, but the few inhabitants are very special people with a lot to tell us about this marvelous place. My Providence is in the section of camp. We are here with Miss Aminta Robinson Archibald. Aminta is a lady from this section. Aminta, welcome to My Providence.
Thank you very much and welcome to our section. It's a pleasure to be here with you all.
Aminta, tell me what you remember for down in here when you just could live this side.
For nice man, I used to hear talk about Almond Bay and camp because one of the first person that lived here was my great-grandfather, Jonathan, Old John, they call him. And all the time my parents used to talk to me about grandfather and about camp. And then when we came here to live about 20 years ago, this was just a small little place where just him alone used to live down in here. It was like a wilderness, but very beautiful. And we wanted to live down here to be a part of this nature, beautiful nature. And we was hard when we just start. We just had a little small narrow road with just mud and rock, and we had to go through a whole process. First, when we start trying to bring in the materials to build our boathouse, was just mud, rock, as I tell you, and my grandfather used to come in with the horse, and that was just like his son or his daughter. The horse used to carry him everywhere and bring him back. And he didn't have no problem to come in and go out because, well, the horse is strong and he know the road. He used to go out and sometimes and take him in 1 or 2 beer, and the horse was so close to him, and he know the road and everything, and bring him back home. And he just drop him right on the bed and him stay right there and sleep, and the horse stay right there without tie, and he keep in company the whole time till one of the family come and tend to him. And for us that was a joke. But was something beautiful. Then after we start bringing in what we call a bulldozer, we had a hard time cutting this road. A lot of rain, mud, catspur, rock. Then after in Alexander administration, we asked him to put two little trail of cement, and then the things were a little easier, but the first was terrible. And then after people start buying land down here and building houses, but first we was alone, and this was beautiful. It's still beautiful. Now they are fixing the road to Almond Bay. From time to time, all the picnics, the pot picnics with the pata soup was down Almond Bay. The families on holidays and on Saturdays come down there and make picnics. And we still do that, and because that day is nice and is very quiet and beautiful.
I mean, how part camp begin or party end?
Some people say start right around the curb, what we call around the curb land by John, that is John Robinson, and it finished long here by the we have a little fall, the beautiful little fall right in front of the place where they manage the garbage. Can't finish there. Some people say start farther down, but originally I have heard that it start right there and it finish right here, long by where we live, the entrance of Almond Bay.
You know why they call down here camp?
Well, for nice small, I hear the history say that this was the place where Pirate Morgan had his camp from camping, where he had all his men, his workers, his followers. And if you walk along behind where we are right now, all along the bay, you will find a flat, big piece of land without trees, just grass, beautiful, where you can view the whole harbor. You can see Catalina, you can see Camp Pint, you can see the harbor. And the history is that Morgan was there because he could dominate the whole view, he could dominate the whole harbor to see his enemies' boat when they were coming in. And he was there camping for many years, and that's why they call it camp.
And how is the relation with the neighborhood?
Well, camp have two parts. You have the high part, what is right beside the street, the principal street. And we have about 15 families, and really all are relative. We have Archibald, and other second surnames, but most everybody are one big family. And then we are down in here near to the beach, but it's Archibald too. And we have some other people that came in after living here, people from outside, people from the continent. But really, the majority of the people from camp are families, are one big family, the Archibald family.
All right, tell us when you were a little girl and you all used to come down in here to visit Mr. Jonathan, how that used to be?
For us was a real party, a real picnic. We used to come and catch crab in the night. We used to come and visit grandfather. We used to sit down and hear his histories. We used to have a good time because you come from in the morning very early and you go beach. You catch crab before you go home. That was something interesting.
I love my Providence. 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 I love my Providence.
We are here with Miss Aminta Robinson Archibald. Camp is the area where we deposit all our garbage. Aminta, tell us how that humbug you or which impact the garbage dump have in the life of camp people.
In the past was terrible because after that get full, the people with bad intention used to put fire on the place, and then it used to start burning. And then a lot of fly and mosquito and rat and roach used to come out, and if the wind shift, then it would come to our side, and was a lot of smoke. That is the past, because then after the government took it over and they start this program and this process of managing the residual garbage, they start separating, then they control that. They fill it up. And they are managing it with a process, a chemical process that they're going destroying the components. And now they have it more or less controlled, and it's not affecting us right now. I believe it's maybe the 50% control and being managed the right way right now.
What do you all think about the new road to Almond Bay? What the community say about the road?
Okay, as usual, the community is divided. Some of the people say that is a good idea because then you can walk down, and maybe elders can go down and children without problem, because first was just like when we start living here, it was mud and rock. And when it is raining, you would slip down and you could fall down and get injured. And it's good that they are fixing it, because then the access is very easy now, will be easy. But on the other hand, the other part of the community is worried about the access of motorcycle and bicycle, and then the people what would continue abuse of the beach, taking out the sand. But we have 4 gully, what we call gully, what pass across the road down Almond Bay, and there we had to put bus culvert, and it is impossible to carry a motor right down to the bay. And the plan is that the motorcycle would stay outside and somebody would be pending of that and you go down walking. So the opinions are divided, but the plan is that the beach would be taken care of and no one can enter in with motorcycles.
All right, Aminta, like in many sections of the island, transportation is very difficult. How you all in camp manage this problem?
I believe we are one of the sections that have it harder with transportation. In the past, this street, the principal street, was one of the last one that was paved with cement. And I remember going to school in 1986. It was terrible. We had to walk in a lot of mud. You live out of your home with your shoes clean, and when you get by the school, you're full of mud. And that used to get me angry and was hard. But then after they pave it, then we start getting the normal transportation. But something happened here in the island, and it's not in the continent where the taxis or the cars take you where you want to go. Here you have to accommodate to where the car or the chauffeur is going to. So normally the cars then come until Old Town, the Colegio Junín. They leave off the teachers or the students and they turn back from there. So we were high up camp. We sometimes we have to walk right down to Colegio Junín to catch something. Or unless the cars them are coming from Freshwater Bay, what is the touristical center, but they are always coming with the tourists and they can't take up no other passengers. So we have it hard with camp with transportation really.
Aminta, make we talk now about the camp fan today. How you see camp? What is your point of view about your section?
Okay, in the past our section was abandoned. We are the small little section that nobody do look on, but we had several meetings with our community and we decided to join and ask for things, and